I Don't Get It
Podcast.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. This is Naz,
Lauren,
and Ashley.
and we're introducing ourselves because someone said they still like it when we introduce
whatever.
ourselves. So today we got so much great feedback from the podcast that we did about Lauren's I Don't Get It. It's about Jack, and Ashley's I Don't Get It. It's about Jared. Basically, relationship pet peeves. So because of that, what are we going to do, guys?
We thought it was only fair for them to come on and say everything they find annoying about us.
Yeah, I'm like hugging Jared right now, and I'm
like, we love you so
I'm
much.
not
Please
sure
don't
whether
go too
he's like
hard.
slightly smiling because he's excited to murder me with words, or whether he was kind of genuinely amused by it all.
Well, when you ask for the devil, he shall appear.
I can't wait for this. All right, guys. So I'm going to have to kick you both out, and in comes Jack, Lauren's boyfriend, and Jared, Ashley's fiance.
All right, take it over.
Okay, so I have Jared with me and Jack. Hi, guys.
Hello.
What's going on?
So obviously I had a lot of fun asking Ashley and Lauren last week what they don't get, what you guys do. So I want to start off with you, Jared, because I know you actually got a chance to listen to the podcast. But what is it that you guys don't get about your girlfriend and fiance? And we'll go from there.
I have to start?
Jack, you can start.
His list is definitely longer than mine.
I don't know.
But
Well,
mine's pretty good.
I didn't listen to the full podcast. I before we jumped on here, I only listened to a few minutes of it to kind of get some ideas of, well, what was Ashley complaining about me? Because honestly, before the podcast, I didn't have that much.
Right.
And I don't know if I still have a lot, but I want to rebuttal some things too.
Okay, so why don't we rebuttal things first, and then I'll ask you guys questions about other things.
Well, first, this whole chapstick.
Chapstick?
Jack, do you know about this chapstick thing?
I know about the chapstick thing. I think the man's allowed to put his chapstick wherever he likes.
Here's the thing about the chapstick. Is that in our room, Ashley and mine room,
Yeah.
there is not one thing that is mine. I swear to God.
It's
on
so
the dresser,
true.
on either two tables, there are two or three shelves on the wall.
Right.
Painting, artwork. None of it
Right.
is mine. None of it I picked. And I'm okay with that. I'm more than okay with that. I don't complain about that.
That's what I was going to ask you. If you could have stuff up, what would you put up? Or what would the room look like if you were able to have your stuff up?
I would compromise. I wouldn't want to put something up that Ashley didn't like. She has to wake up in that room every day. But my point being is that I put my chapstick there because I don't know where else to put it. And it's literally one thing in the entire room and arguably the entire apartment. Besides my Xbox, which is in the middle of a glam room.
I don't even know where the Xbox is. I haven't seen it. It's well hidden.
It's hidden.
Hidden.
It's in the glam room,
Right.
behind the door.
Right.
And so the idea that it bothers her to the extent of like the conversation that was on the last podcast boggles my mind.
So if you could kind of put your own touch on this place or that room, like what would you want up? Like, is there anything that is up right now that kind of really irks you in the house?
No, nothing irks me. And that's why I really, it doesn't bother me. There's pink and there's glam and there's sparkly and purple. And I don't care. But I think it bothers me when she starts complaining about my things, which are literally 0.05% of this
I figured out where
apartment.
you're supposed to put it.
Where?
Up your butt.
Up my butt. Oh, God. Of course.
Is there a reason why you want the chapstick on the counter and not like in a drawer?
I don't have a drawer to put it in. I mean, there's one drawer that I have.
Jack's face.
I have one drawer next to the bed. It's two tables on either side of the bed,
Right.
and then one is on my side.
Right.
But the thing is, it's like there's some of the stuff that's in there that's mine, but there's some stuff that's in there that's Ashley's as
Right.
well. And so it's not like just my drawer for my crap. I could put my chapstick in there, but it might get lost like within the chaos of what is that drawer. And literally, I use my whenever I get dressed, I'll take that chapstick and put it in my pocket, so it's there
Right.
half the day.
Right.
And the idea that my watch can't stay there either, it's like,
I forgot about your watch.
give me a place to put these things, and then I'd be more than happy to put them away.
You know what? In conclusion, your watch and your chapstick, what she's trying to tell you is it's time to have dry lips.
Like, apparently.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
It's time to have dry lips.
It's time
I think
to
just-
change
What time is
stuff.
it?
I think for just
Where's my
us as
chapstick?
women, we like things to be put away and have a spot.
Oh,
So I
me
think
too.
for you, you would just have to find that spot.
But I'd argue with that with like, Ashley. Like, if you ask Ashley who's cleaner,
Right.
me or her,
Who's cleaner?
it's me.
It's definitely Jared.
It's
because
you?
Lauren cleans up half of Ashley's stuff.
Yeah, Lauren cleans up after Ashley's stuff, which is quite all right.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. But so the idea that like this chapstick and this watch needs to be put away and not on my dresser, it's like, wait a minute. I clean up all the time this place. I do laundry, and Lauren does laundry too. Like, we do it together. Dishes,
Right.
same thing. Lauren and I probably split it 50-50.
Right.
But I'm the one who's always taking out the garbage. I'm the one who's always throwing these
fact-
boxes out.
The fact that y'all are you and Lauren are splitting up chores 50-50 means it's a tad complaining
ridiculous.
on Ashley's side.
So it bugs me that like the chapstick and the watch was a big deal.
Right.
Because I'm like, really? That's going to be a big deal? That was it.
That makes sense.
Y'all, I love the yoga pants I'm wearing because they form my butt nicely. They're very comfortable, and I did not spend much on them. Why? Because they're not Lululemons. They are Fabletics. Fabletics was born in 2013 and co-founded by actress Kate Hudson. The founding team noticed there was a gap in the marketplace for activewear because there wasn't anything that was trendy and stylish, but also priced affordably. So Fabletics came to the rescue.
So when you go to Fabletics, you take a style pop quiz for personalized outfit recommendations, and then you shop thousands of styles that are curated just for you. And when you check out as a VIP, you get up to 50% off regular prices, free shipping, and additional perks.
And we got a perk for you guys. Our audience can get 2 pairs of leggings for only $24. That's a $99 value. And all you got to do is use our special link, fabletics.com/getit.
Fabletics is a one-stop shop for athletic wear. They have yoga, running, gym wear, sports bras, shoes, accessories, and more. Fabletics has you covered.
So if you're looking for trendy and affordable gym wear, we highly recommend Fabletics. You don't want to miss out on this very special offer too. Get 2 leggings for only $24 when you sign up now as a VIP. All you got to do is go to fabletics.com/getit to take advantage of this deal right now.
That's fabletics.com/getit to get 2 leggings for only $24. That's fabletics.com/getit. The best part is that there is no commitment to purchase monthly and free shipping to all orders over $49. Go to fabletics.com/getit. Again, fabletics.com/getit.
I'm going to move on to Jack, and we'll keep going back and forth. Because, Jack, you said that I think you just said you're pretty neat or you're pretty clean. But the one thing Lauren brought up was that you have like this massive, huge pile of clothes behind the bathroom door.
I have too much clothes. I have too many articles of clothing, and I'm so glad you guys asked us to comment on these things, because I can literally, without God striking me, say that 50% of the clothes behind my door in the bathroom, the pile, are Lauren's clothes.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So is there anything that Lauren leaves around in your apartment that you're just like, why is this here? What?
Oh, I've collected about a dozen pair of stickies.
When you say stickies, what do you mean?
The nipple covers.
The
They
little nipple
stick
covers.
to everything.
They really do. Which
So-
can I please add that,
Yeah.
those at one point were on the dresser. But my chapstick is not allowed.
Yeah, you know what? I have to agree with you guys on that one. That's fucking gross because your boob sweat is on that.
Yeah,
and
boob
it's just
sweat.
like hanging up there.
I don't mind
You
the
know,
boob sweat.
I don't mind the random thought of my girlfriend's boobs.
Yeah.
But when it's covered in like felt and fuzzies, and you know, I actually tried to throw them away a week ago, but they're still stuck to something in my apartment just because they never made it to the garbage can.
Is there anything Ashley leaves around, Jared, that you like can't stand?
Leaves around? No, I don't think there's like one particular item that's always out and about.
Right.
Nah, she's pretty good about that.
Is there anything off the top of your guys' heads before I ask questions that you just like can't stand or don't get about your significant other?
Ooh, give me a minute. I have like.
Okay, I'll start with questions
I'll
then.
be like,
Yeah, start
So
with questions.
one first thing that we talked about was getting ready. So when it comes to getting ready, the girls were saying that there's somewhat of like a lack of urgency, and that it actually takes you guys a while to get ready, and you guys don't
For sure, because
start
we
getting
have
ready.
hot girlfriends and we want to look our best.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we look good. Well,
But they were saying that you won't get ready until like 10 minutes before like departure time, for example.
Well, I was about to tell you that like it doesn't take us long to get ready. We just wait to get ready. Right. Like if we are leaving by 6, I'll start getting ready at 5:50, and sometimes that includes a shower. Because sometimes if I need to rush, it'll take me 60 seconds in the shower. Like I can do that. But the thing that she gets frustrated at is that I'm not ready at 5:55. I'm ready at 6 or 6:01. So she's like counting down the minutes and be like, "We gotta go." And I'm like, "You told me we're leaving at 6. It's 6 o'clock right now. Let's go."
But why wouldn't you get ready earlier?
Because what's the point? I know I'll be ready by 6.
Right.
I like being late to stuff. Honestly,
Make an entrance.
I like to not make the entrance. I like coming into church.
that's what I mean.
I like coming into church like 3 songs in. Everybody's looking forward. You sit in the back.
Sneaky.
Good to go. I'm there by the Lord's Supper. I'm out before the closing prayer. You know what I'm
Jack is
saying?
sneaking in the back door,
funny.
eating the Lord's Supper.
One thing I've always wanted to ask guys about is like what it's like having to sleep next to like a woman every night. Like, what types of sleepers are Ashley and Lauren? Do they take up most of the sheets? Do they fall asleep before or after you? Do they make noise in their sleep? Are they putting their cold feet on you all the time? Are there any I don't get it when it comes to like sleeping with your fiance and girlfriend?
I could talk about Lauren's sleep patterns all day, but I have whack sleep patterns. So I'm thankful she works around mine. But when we do fall asleep at the same time, when we're in asleep at the same time, trying to sleep at the same time, there's this kicking and this horizontal like shifting that goes on. Not to mention that we always have the buddy warming up my spot before I make it to the bed. So
the buddy is Gurgi, the
Gurgi's
dog.
the buddy, yeah.
Gurgi's the buddy.
For all of those who don't know, the brother. He always warms up my pillow, and it's always a chore to get him off the pillow. That's something I don't necessarily get because he knows I'm coming to the pillow. But that's Gurgi. But the Gurgi is like he's learned from his mommy.
But when you were saying this horizontal thing happening, like what does that mean? Can you describe that more?
Well, she starts off laying on a bed properly.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the time I make it there, because I usually, she likes to get cozy and whatnot, and I'm usually still working late and whatnot. So I'll come in and try to lay down. Like literally this morning at like 5 a.m. I tried to lay down, and I was not by choice in the fetal position because Gurgi was on the pillow. Lauren was diagonal across the bed with all the blankets kind of pulled to her, and I try to get by with just the blanket and like the side, like the couch sleep. You know what I mean?
So does that annoy you, like the way she sleeps, or is that like an I don't get it for you?
You know what? I'm too soft. It doesn't annoy me that much,
right?
Just because she's great. But
aw, I love that.
There's plenty of other things.
Well, we'll get to those.
Let's take a quick break to talk about Robinhood.
We love Robinhood because it makes us feel like adults.
Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission-free.
They strive to make financial services work for everyone, not just wealthy people. So it's a great thing to do when you're starting to make a little money and you want to start investing like the three of us.
What Ashley and I particularly love about this app is that it's very easy to use. Like when you think about stocks and investing, you think of like numbers and codes and letters, but this is very easy.
It's not intimidating.
Very
as
user-friendly.
The thought of investing in stocks often is.
Right. There's no cost and no commission fees. Other brokerages charge up to $10 for every trade, but Robinhood doesn't charge commission fees. Trade stocks and keep all of your profits.
They also let you view stock collections like the 100 most popular, entertainment. They even have curated categories like female CEOs, which I think is pretty cool.
So learn by doing, learn how to invest as you build your portfolio. You can discover new stocks and trade favorite companies with personalized news feed. So Robinhood is giving our listeners a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help build your portfolio. Sign up at getit.robinhood.com. That's getit.robinhood.com.
If you're a new investor like us, you're really going to appreciate this app and how it's just the interface is so great.
All right, back to the show.
Jared, what about Ashley's sleeping patterns? Like, or the time she goes to sleep, anything surrounding sleeping? Do you have any I don't get it?
No, not really. Our sleeping patterns are kind of similar. Neither one of us really have any sleep apnea or kicking or any of that. She doesn't really hog the covers. It's pretty easy going sleeping with Ashley.
Are you guys
she
cuddlers? Like you're on top of each other? Or do you guys
No.
like your own space when you're sleeping?
We cuddle a lot, but like once it's bedtime, once we're about to fall asleep, we know it's really hard to fall. Like for me, it's hard to fall asleep when a human being is lying on top of me.
It's hard to fall asleep when all your body parts are falling asleep one by one.
Yeah. And so we kiss, we roll over,
Right.
It's nice. It's nice to know that like there's no insecurity in that.
Right.
Because I feel like some girls would be like, you don't like falling asleep with me anymore. You don't like falling asleep when cuddling. It's
Right.
like, no, it's not that. It's the fact that
It's easy being the cuddly.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, yeah, exactly.
When you're being cuddled, it's easy to fall asleep.
Yeah.
When you're having to cuddle,
Totally. You want to be
got
big
your
spoon?
right arm. It's like it's asleep.
Totally. I'll cuddle if you want to be big spoon.
Right.
I'll do that all
You
night.
want to hold me? I'll fall right to sleep. I'm asleep already.
But you guys generally like no one like wakes you up in the middle of the night. Like the girls don't pee all the time, and that wakes you up.
No.
Oh, Jack.
I'm the up in the middle of the night person, hands down. But Lauren has these vivid dreams. And not long ago, we were in Fort Lauderdale or whatever, and she had this dream apparently about punching somebody. Was it me? I don't know, but I got punched.
What? She punched you in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night?
It was like a little. It was like ew. It was like ew. It was like
Jesus.
it was like ew. It was like this. I don't know. She could tell you more about it.
Lauren's got
funny.
some messed up dreams. I feel like she
She
always
really
comes to the living room and
does.
she's like, I had this dream last night that I stabbed someone 7 times
know.
and I didn't know what to do and I thought my life was over. I was like, oh man.
Her
first-
dreams are literally crazy.
Yeah, they're a little crazy. But it's because she watches so many like murder mysteries.
I know. She was like, last night I was in a scene of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
It's
and
getting a little bit.
we
It's
almost
getting a
to
little bit
Japan.
softer these days. I've been
So
changing the
funny.
sleep material.
That's good. You don't want to fall asleep while watching
although the
paranormal
guy-
activity.
Right. The
Right.
paranormal stuff is hard to fall asleep to. I will say that even though Forensic Files is like the most gruesome, like they show raw footage, they show like the dead bodies,
Yeah.
and the guy's voice, it is a little soothing, but like, it's I don't know. There's something about Forensic Files that like even I can fall asleep to when it's like January 23rd,
Like the voice, yeah. And the
2003.
music. Yeah.
And you're like, that was a great day. I
I
can
was
fall
like,
asleep.
oh, guess what? Someone was killed that day.
What about when it comes to like bathroom etiquette? Is there anything
We have
like
a lot of toothbrushes.
why?
Toothbrushes?
Toothbrushes.
Toothbrushes.
Jack.
You don't
Toothbrushes.
pluralize the tooth
Teeth
for the brush.
Toothbrushes.
Toothbrushes.
Why?
I don't know. We just like
Are they yours or are
No,
they?
I have one that I've like stuck with, but like she always feels like there's like one's not cleaning her teeth right or something. So like there's like this, just like I keep them. I just like don't. I kind of hoard things in the bathroom.
You're somewhat of a hoarder.
I'm a little bit of a hoarder, but it's all sentimental hoarding.
That's exactly what a hoarder is.
Yeah, but well, not if you watch the hardcore hoarders, it's like literally like garbage. Like
yeah, but they
hoard
everything
garbage.
has a
Yeah.
sentimental meaning, which is why
Which
they
is
won't
why they
give
can't
it
throw
up.
it away. 'cause
Yeah.
in
But that-
actuality, it's just garbage.
Exactly.
It's not that.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
definitely not that.
I feel like every hoarder says that. Like, my stuff's not garbage.
Exactly. Okay, so you have a lot of toothbrushes. What about when it comes to like using the toilet or like farting and stuff? Do you guys have any I don't get it's from like women in general or Ashley and Lauren that you just like don't get?
It's not something I don't get, but Ashley will tell me she farts. Like, she'll tell me she farted because
I don't get that.
she's fearful that I'm going to smell it. So she's projecting to something, assuming it's going to happen.
Right.
And a lot of times it doesn't.
So you
she's
rather
like,
not know.
Like, she's in the, like, so, it's funny. It's just because Ashley, she just says whatever's on her mind. And then, so, like, I'll walk. I remember one time I just walked into the corner of the bedroom. She's like, I just farted. I was like, why would you tell me that? She said, well, I was afraid you were going to walk in and smell it, and I'd rather just tell you instead of you smelling it.
Right.
And that happens all the time. This has happened at least 10 times. Where she'll just
God.
actively tell me she farted, and I never smell it.
You know why? Because one day it's going to be a real bad one.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to be like, God!
Damn, woman, you got to warn somebody about that.
do you guys fart in front of Ashley and Lauren?
Yeah.
I have broken that ice. Yo, yeah.
But do you guys fart a lot?
No.
I'm not a very gassy human being.
No.
I'm a gassy dude, but I know how to do it.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
You pick and choose. Like go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom and just like get a little.
You can like
little hand wash.
You can like sometimes smother it in the chair. Like if you have to fart, you like push down and you feel like the smell is being
You just think the
smothered by
smell's
your
going to
pants.
go into the
And
chair?
It
Or
does. I do it on planes all the time.
Gergie agrees. Or just like press your ass cheeks together so it doesn't come out.
And sometimes you can
No,
even
you gotta-
tell if it's going to smell or not.
Oh, totally. When you fart, there are times you're like, oh boy, this is going to be a bad one.
I can't get up from this chair for 30 more minutes.
She's going to break up with me right now if she smells this.
That's a bad one.
What about when it comes to like pooping? Do they have any I don't get it's when it comes to like pooping? Like, do they hide the fact that they poop from you guys?
Not anymore. Ashley on the ride home yesterday was like, I have to take a poop. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going as fast as we can.
We call it bathroom.
What is that?
We call it I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
So
not just
that's
the
like
bathroom.
code for I gotta take a shit.
Bathroom. Yeah.
Bathroom.
Who came up with that? That's really cute. I like that.
I believe she did.
I'm into it.
When you think of the perfect gift, you probably don't think about electric toothbrush, but the Quip
No, I wouldn't.
But the Quip electric toothbrush is one of the most gift-guided gifts of the season, and here's why.
Well, it's one of Oprah's O-listers, and we always know that's like the greatest list of recommendations.
You get
for
a toothbrush.
Christmas. And
You get a toothbrush. It's perfect for everyone with a mouth.
which is,
And it's something they'll use twice every day. Also, if you know someone with constant bad breath, maybe give them a little hint with a Quip toothbrush.
these sensitive sonic vibrations are gentle enough on your sensitive gums, but it also is going to clean your teeth super well. And that it has something to guarantee this because it's going to buzz every time you need to switch sides. It's a guiding pulse, as they like to call it. And Quip also makes holiday travel super easy and clean. There's a mount that you stick to the mirror, and then there's a little cover that pops right over, so you don't have to worry about like flushing the toilet and like where all those particles are landing.
Quip is one of the first electric toothbrushes accepted by the American Dental Association and has thousands of verified 5-star reviews.
So we love Quip because it's the perfect travel electric toothbrush. It's not too clunky. I have a perfect cover, which doesn't come with other electric toothbrushes, and then I feel dirty wrapping it in paper towel.
It's a good gift for anyone because everyone has a mouth and everyone likes fresh breath, especially the person you're kissing. So you want to give them the gift of fresh breath.
And there's actually 5,000 verified 5-star reviews. So people, it's a big hit with people.
Quip looks like the big ticket tech gift with the stocking stuffer price starting at just $25. If you go to getquip.com/getit right now, you get your first refill pack for free with a Quip electric toothbrush, but you don't have to tell it you're gifty that. That's first refill pack for free at getquip.com/getit.
Okay, so Jared, you mentioned driving, and Ashley had an I don't get it about driving. And she says that you're a little bit of a slow driver. And then Jack, for you, it's opposite. You're doing a million fucking things while you're driving, whether it's changing the radio or texting or just looking everywhere basically but the road. So I want to know what you guys have to say to that.
I have a clean record.
And what your I don't get it's are about Lauren's driving and Ashley's driving.
I'm a slow driver when somebody else is in the car. I've noticed that. If I'm driving to like the podcast
careful.
by myself, I find myself changing lanes more, speeding a little bit. Mm-hmm. I just feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. But if Ashley or Lauren or somebody else is in the car, I do drive slower because I'm always wary.
Yeah, I
don't want to switch. I'm just a little bit more cautious.
I love that about you. I think it's like great because then you don't feel like you're gonna die like when you're in Jack's car.
And I just don't want to like swerve and then like see like everybody like head going back and forth in the back seat because that's just like I don't want to do that. Or slam on the brakes.
So you do kind of drive like that on your own then, or you drive
a little bit more? Totally. I can see like we were rushing earlier today. Ashley and I were, and I noticed that I wasn't driving as fast as I could have been. Mm-hmm. But yesterday when I was running late to the podcast, I noticed that I was driving actively faster than I normally do. So it's interesting why I do that.
Do you have any I don't get it's about Ashley's driving? Before I get to Jack.
No, I don't think so. I don't really drive with Ashley all that much. I mean,
normally you're the driver when you guys drive.
Yeah. She doesn't like to drive. She's not the greatest driver. She's fine though.
What about navigator? If she's in the passenger seat, are Lauren and Ashley
navigating? She says left. when she means right. It's unbelievable.
Still
There you go. This is what I
ongoing.
want. I want the I don't get
She's
it.
like, she's like, all right,
I've
half a mile,
definitely-
you're going to take a left.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm in the left lane. And then she's like, no, right. I
You
was
got
like,
a
told me left.
50-50 chance of making a 180-degree decision.
This has happened many times where she's like,
Really?
yeah, take a left. I mean, right. Sometimes she'll catch herself, but other times when I'm driving, she's like, I'll be taking a left. She's like, no, right.
Your other left.
Yeah. Don't you know what I mean when I say left? I mean right.
Oh my God. What about you, Jack? Are there any I don't get it, like, as far as Lauren being like a backseat driver or when she drives in general?
We share similar road rage tendencies. She likes to drive. I like to drive. She doesn't like to drive my car. I tell her she can drive my car anytime she wants, but she likes to drive her their little SUV. And
Ashley and Lauren share a car.
well, RIP. Let's figure that car out.
Yeah, the car's having some
off the
issues
record.
right
Let's
now.
figure it out.
Wait, so Jack, but guys, I want to know like if there's anything pressing or that just like really because
It's not-
they really came in.
They
but
came
it
in
sounds
hot.
like you guys are like just chilling. You're like
the most-
great with
We're
the way
way
everything
more
is.
laid back. That's why. That's
yeah.
exactly what it is. We're far more
But
chill.
there has to be something like whether there's hair on the floor in the bathroom or like is there a lot of hair everywhere or like makeup everywhere or the way they eat.
What bothers me, and I'm sure Jack can relate to this, is not so much things that they do, but the fact that the minimal things that I do bother them so much. When in
Right.
actuality, 75% of the pain in the ass within this apartment is coming from the females. 25% of it's coming from us. But the fact is that 25%, they're always like bringing up. And it's like, do you understand all the shit that you do that I never say? Which is, I don't mind. Like, I don't
Right.
mind that there's,
Right.
like, they talk
And
about.
another thing.
Like, she's, like, they were like, oh, Jared's little hair is in the bathroom. For,
Right.
like, when I'm shaving or just naturally fall off my body because I'm a dude and that's
Right.
what happens. Do you know how many times, like, in the bathtub or the shower before, like, there's a thing with the shower right now that we need to get fixed, but,
Right.
like, how many times there's just hair all over the place? Like, they forget, oh, yeah, you guys got a full head of hair that's just shedding everywhere.
My dad, that is, I think, the one biggest thing he can't stand about my mom, guys, is that there's hair, because she sheds as much as I do, everywhere. And it grosses him the fuck out. He's always like,
Pretty gross.
pick up your hair. There's hair everywhere.
But I can't say anything because Lauren literally pulled my hair out of the shower drain the other night.
yeah, you have
She's
pretty
a
long
trooper,
hair, Jack.
dude. Like we compromise on a lot of things. There's a couple little I don't get it. It's like we have this weird ESP where if I'm like thinking about her, she'll call me. You know what I mean? It's like weird like that. But
Aw, I
it's
love
always
that.
when I'm not needing a call.
Like
Yeah.
when you're busy, you
I'm
mean?
like, I wonder what she's doing right now. But then she'll like, I swear, it's like weird. Like, I'll call her and she'll be like, "Oh my god, I was just thinking about you. I was just about to call you," which is funny. You know, people say that.
yeah, that's
kind of
really
shit all
cute.
the time.
I love that.
But when she calls me, I'm always just like, you know what? I was just thinking about you a minute ago, but I'm busy right now.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like
So for
that's
you-
like the most IDGI about Lauren and I is her calling me when I'm like, I'm gonna have to call you back.
Yeah, but it's not so much I don't get it. She's just calling when she's thinking about you. It's just an inopportune
Oh yeah,
time.
no, yeah. It's just the fact that my zone, dude, with
Yeah, folks,
Right.
blinders on.
Right.
All right, we got to take a minute to talk about Hint. It's a really awesome water. It's a flavored water. It's got fruit flavors. But I have to be honest, I've never really been a fan of flavored water. You know, like I understand carbonated flavored water that's like trying to be soda, but this is just like flat flavored water. And I'm like, I don't know. But I tried Hint and I was like, wait a second. This is quite delightful. This water is interesting. You know, it's not just about boring water. So now I drink a bottle a day.
Well, to date, the female-founded brand has helped millions of Americans get away from their addiction to diet soda and help them fall in love with water.
See, yeah.
Yeah. You can buy individual flavors, variety packs, or join the Flavor of the Month Club and try a new flavor every single month.
I really like the black raspberry. It has caffeine in it. And then last night I opened a pineapple for the first time, and that was quite refreshing. I really liked it.
Keep your home or office stocked by subscribing to Hint. Pick your favorite flavor or variety pack, select your delivery frequency every 14, 30, or 60 days, and have it delivered to your doorstep. Don't worry, you can cancel or skip a delivery anytime.
Here's a couple different flavors they got: cherry, blackberry, peach. I gotta try the peach. Watermelon, grapefruit, strawberry, kiwi. Ooh, another one
Crisp
I could try.
apple, blood orange.
Crisp apple.
And you also have sparkling water, just regular hint water, and then you have hint kick, which is caffeinated, which is black raspberry, apple pear, and lemon cayenne. All
I'm
amazing.
so down for this. I need to try this crisp apple because like apple juice with
I love
water.
apple juice. So to receive 36 bottles for $36, visit drinkhint.com/getit and use the promo code GETIT.
That's hint, like a hint of flavor.
A hint of pineapple.
HINT.
So again, it's drinkhint.com/getit. The promo code is GETIT.
On the topic of conversation, are there meaning? I feel like as women, we like to talk a lot. Like we're like constantly talking and we change the subject literally in the middle of a sentence. Is there anything when it comes to conversating that you guys don't understand about women in general or specifically Lauren and Ashley?
No, I think it's just a lot of dynamics between guys and girls where sometimes guys just don't talk or quiet and girls will immediately assume that something's wrong. When in actuality, I'm kind of mellow right now and just need to be quiet. But they're like, what's wrong with you? Like, literally nothing's wrong.
I'm different on that, though. When I'm quiet and they're like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's like sometimes they'll be talking about stuff that I'm just like, what? What is the, what? Like,
Well, that's what I mean. Like I don't have
Jack?
anything to really add to the conversation.
Right.
Can you guys give me an
exactly. And I'm
example
just like,
of a time where you felt that way?
Well, because at least with Ashley and Lauren, and you can relate to this too. When you guys are talking, it's just
devastation
it's all over
about
the place.
stuff
You're
like
going from A
Botox
to
and-
F to B to Y to T to U. Like there's no consistency in your conversations, which is totally fine. But because you guys are so close, so like sometimes I'll be talking to you guys, but like you'll say something, and when I want to say something about it, you'll be 3 different topics in. You know, because it's just like. Oh, da-da-da. Oh, and then this happened. Oh, did you hear about this?
Right. The classic, back to what I was saying, though.
Yeah, but and I don't want to be that guy because it's so far gone that there's no point in even bringing
How
up my
did we
opinion
get
on
here?
it.
I'm laughing because you guys have both actually said that. Well, I've been around both of you guys. You're like, yeah, but back to what
But
I was
here's the
saying.
thing. This is the thing.
Exactly.
At the end of the day,
Do you feel like they always, what about like when it comes to like fighting? And when I say fighting or arguing, I mean obviously like small stuff. Obviously everyone in relationships has like disagreements about things. How do you guys like argue? And is there any I don't get it's when it comes to that with Ashley and Lauren?
The only I don't get it is with sometimes Ashley, and she did it on the podcast last week that I was listening to. She'll like cater the facts to like try to prove her point more. Like she brought up making the bed.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And she's like, Jared just throws the comforters on.
Right.
If I would love,
Bed's
I would,
made.
But no, I would love, I would love nothing more than to take a picture of how I make the bed and post it, and people describe it as just throwing the comforters on.
We should do an Instagram poll.
I
that's
make the
definitely
bed
taking
well.
it too far, though.
But it's stupid. The reason it bugs me is because
The people want me to make the bed.
It's not so much that. It's more of like she'll use that description to make her argument stronger. But like he just throws the comforters on the bed rather than no, he makes the bed well, but just not as well as I would like. But,
Right.
And even last week in the podcast, she was like, we had an argument about because one day I wanted to make the bed, and I said, well, I make the bed every day. She left out the fact that I was in the middle of making the bed, where she described, no, I want to make the bed today,
Right.
as if I make the bed like shit.
Right.
Are you running a B&B?
But it's so. But it's like it's one of the things that just like I make the bed.
You're fired.
Legitimately, at least 6 out of 7 days of the week, if not
Right.
more so.
Do you think there is an issue with the way you make the bed?
No, it's like it might not. She'll take like she'll really like military style pull everything. Like I straighten it and I make sure the pillows and everything
Sir,
is
yes,
straight
sir.
and looks good. I like it looks really good when I make the bed. Just she wants it like perfection,
Right.
and that's fine. But like, don't bust my balls about it if I make the bed. Unless you want to do it every day, which I'm totally fine for. If you want the bed a certain way every day, go for it.
Right.
But if I'm making the bed 98% of the time,
Right.
and that,
then don't complain because I'm
don't be
making
like,
it.
oh, this I can't even look at this. I need to do it myself. It's like, well, I don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
but just don't bust my balls about it. That's
yeah.
all.
What about hair and stuff or like grooming? Is there anything? I mean, this may be like risky territory we're going into.
No, we have conversations like this all the time.
Is there anything
I
that-
think we should do away with extensions unless it's for like long braids and dreadlocks.
Mm-hmm.
But like just like to go to like the movies. We don't need extensions.
Does Lauren wear extensions to the movies?
No, probably not. But
No, I was
like
about to say
I'm talking
she
about
definitely-
low key, like if we're going to like just hang out with like friends or just anything, it's just
Yeah.
like I'll just like because I love this. I love the back of the head. I love rubbing the back of her head, like the
Right.
neck. You know,
Right.
that's like
Oh,
her
okay.
little favorite spot too.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
But
like
there's
your
always a
thing too.
clip
You
in
want that
there.
exposed.
Right.
So it's more like you don't want her to wear extensions because you want to be able to rub the back of her head.
Right.
I don't think she needs extensions, and I don't think we need to modify the faces anymore.
So you mean makeup?
Well, I don't think we need a lot of makeup. She looks great when
Oh,
she has
you
a lot of
meant
makeup.
like filler, Botox.
But
and
like, yeah,
stuff.
I have like crow's feet since I was like 12 years old. You know what I mean? And it's like
crow's feet's-
everybody's worried about the face wrinkles, and no one has face wrinkles.
But crow's
me.
feet's really hot on guys, and for some
It is
reason
different.
they're really hot
No,
on
it's
guys.
totally different. Totally different.
and they
but
look
it's
so
like
bad on us. I feel
it's
like
I've met too many people who can't go back to their old face.
That's what I'm nervous about.
They can't
too.
go back to
You're
their
nervous
old
about
face.
that too, Jared.
I think Ashley's pretty good about it, but it does
Right.
make me nervous, the idea of escalation.
They're both
like-
really good about it.
Yeah.
as
because
far as like getting work done, yeah.
But I'm nervous that like all of a
We've
sudden,
all had work done, by the way.
totally.
All
There's
three
nothing.
of us.
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. If you want to feel more confident within a certain area
Right.
of your body, do it. But at the same time, I'm worried when she's like 45, and if she's like
Like-
becoming really insecure
Yeah.
for some reason because maybe she has a lot more wrinkles, then she
Right.
goes to like, I just don't want.
You want her to
that.
look
Yo,
like Donatella Versace.
I want
There's-
her to look like Ashley.
Yeah.
There's an Instagram model that has a particular style of clothing that I like sending pictures to Lauren all the time. I'm just like, you would look really good in this. You would look better in
Right.
her in this. You would look better in her in this.
Right.
And it's because I thought this woman was literally like 40 years old and she's like 25. And it's because she has too much done to her face.
Damn.
And it's just like, don't be that.
It's time to talk about our favorite vitamin, Ritual. You guys know that I like it because it's designed for women. It's a multivitamin reimagined. It has everything from D3 to omega-3. Ritual Essential is for women, and it fills the gaps in a woman's diet. And it even has a fresh, minty flavor, no fishy aftertaste. You guys know that I've told this a zillion times whenever we talk about Ritual. I used to hate vitamins before Ritual because I used to always get nauseous, and there was also that smell and the taste, and I couldn't handle it. But now I love taking my vitamins because I just know how good it is for me.
And one day we will all be using the prenatal vitamin, hopefully crossing our fingers
Yes.
soon. So for those of you thinking about it, trying and expecting, Ritual Essential Prenatal is conceived to deliver the essential.
Conceived play on words there.
Yeah, it's conceived to deliver the essential nutrients from DHA to folate. That is what a woman needs at every stage.
And for all you people who are obsessed with reading labels, all of Ritual's stuff is vegan friendly.
Sugar-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, and allergen-free.
And all their sources are from 100% out there in the world to see. There's nothing hidden. And a subscription is easy to start. And it's also easy to snooze. It's only $1 a day to have all the essential nutrients your body needs delivered each month. And if you have too much, if it's coming to an overload, you can just hit snooze.
Whether you're living life or creating it, why not add some good-looking science into your daily routine?
Visit ritual.com/getit, GETIT, to start your ritual today. That is ritual.com/getit.
I wanted to mention something about fashion though, because Ashley said something on the podcast last week about how like I only need to look
you
good
guys
for her.
listening, it'll actually be 2 weeks ago, but we're recording
2 weeks
this a
ago?
week after.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't
no,
even
that's
hear
okay.
it.
Just
So,
letting everyone
but-
know I was confused.
Long story short, I am fully aware that I am not in the know of females' fashion as much as I should be. I like certain things totally,
Right.
and I have certain preferences, but I understand that sometimes Ashley wants to dress up, not just for me because she thinks that it looks good, or like
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like females compare themselves to other females, especially when they
Oh
go
my
out.
God,
It's like,
every second of the
sometimes,
day.
bro.
It's like
all
every
the time.
second.
You're right. I was trying to be nice, but like all the time when
Sometimes-
you guys go out, it's almost like you're not even trying to look good for guys. You're just trying to look good better than the other You
That
know,
is a
which is why
100% correct.
we're still at home getting ready because they're overcompensating to look better for these other chicks out there, and we've got to be the men who are dating these women.
Totally. And so, like, I remember Ashley, she said something along the lines of, tell me what you like and I'll dress that way because you're my fiance and I want to only look good for you.
I think that's sweet.
It is very sweet, but having said that, I'm fully aware that,
Having said
some
that.
of the things, I know, curb.
Sorry, curb
No,
your
it's amazing.
enthusiasm.
But some of the things that she likes that I don't like, she likes because other females like.
So what are the things you like? I want to hear what you guys can't stand and what you don't like. I feel
don't
like you
think-
guys are being really nice right now.
I don't think there's anything I can't
I'm grateful.
stand.
I'm just
Guys-
too
guys
grateful.
are just so passive, dude. It's
It's-
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm admiring this about
Yeah.
both of you, by the way.
Literally, there's nothing I can't
If they
stand.
were
She-
both in here, I could just go to town.
Well,
like
why
I
don't
could
you
go
go
to
to
town
town now?
because there's just like it's
That's
it's
the whole
more,
point of this.
Yeah, but it's funnier. It's more. It's easier when we can all giggle about it. If I'm just like, you know what else she does, and you know what else she does.
But
Totally,
that's
and Jack is-
literally
Yeah,
that
but-
was the whole point of the last podcast.
Exactly, but that's the problem right there. For example, when
Right.
they were talking about how I tell stories,
Oh, how you start every sentence with "so."
I'm literally never telling them how my day went again.
Oh,
I'm not
Jared.
joking.
So-
no, that makes me so sad.
But it's one of those things that, like, it's the.
Hey, bro, I've never noticed any
I appreciate it,
consistency.
bro.
I never noticed either.
and it was
by the way.
totally fine, but now
But
it's
it's
a
hilarious.
point to an insecurity that
No,
I
Jared.
swear to God, because I listened to the last podcast and they went so hard to it that I was like, wow, they must really, because they got into that one. That was the only one that got me a little bit because they were fired up about
That's
it.
why I didn't listen to
And
it.
it made me feel insecure. So now I don't even.
Okay, but there has to be something with the way they start sentences or the way they speak that's it's not even, it's just an I don't get it. It doesn't have to be annoying to you, but it just has to be something that you're just like, I wouldn't do it that way. Right?
Ooh. Yeah.
Like even
Yeah,
when
but-
it comes to ordering at a restaurant or
Here's-
cooking
I
or
got
the
one.
food you guys
I got one.
Here we go. I like it.
When we're in public, take for instance, we went to Santa Monica Pier for my birthday.
Right.
This past year, we went to the beach, and or I think it was this past year, maybe it was the year before. We've been together for 80 years,
80
goddamn
goddamn
years.
years.
but
Best 80
we're
years of my
we're
life.
pulling into the parking garage, right? And it's like cross the oncoming lanes to get into this parking garage, and there's a chick like walking across the entrance. You know, I can't quite turn in yet because she's crossing the entrance of the parking garage,
Right.
and she looks over at my car to see. You know, she's not an ugly young lady.
She's
a
a
cute
Southern
little-
California female.
Right. She was just walking down the street. She looks over, and the windows are down, and like it's been a chill day so far. And she like Lauren's just like out of nowhere, just like nobody is looking at you. Keep fucking walking. Or something like that. It was just like, what the fuck you looking at? And I was just like, shut up. Like, don't yell at people like that. And like, I actually like felt bad for telling Lauren to shut up because I don't tell her to shut up.
But it was an instinctual thing because you were like, shut up. Don't
Wait,
say
so,
that.
because
wait,
this
hold on.
chick
So Lauren said
totally-
it out loud, like as if the girl could hear it.
She
in other
totally heard.
Really?
She totally heard. But it was just like nobody's,
Wait,
blah,
Lauren
blah.
was yelling at her or you?
Right. She was like, keep walking, like nobody's worried about you. And I was
to
just
her.
like, shush.
Shush.
But like whenever we see, like it's also something I take pride in because it's her like trying to be like, get away from my man.
Yeah, because she loves you.
Right. But
That
like
she's
this girl did
possessive,
nothing.
dominant.
She probably itched her leg or
Right.
something. Like
Right. What about
Well,
Ashley?
nobody itches her leg in front of Lauren.
Right.
Okay?
What about Ashley when it comes to like being in public, Jared? Is there anything? Maybe like while you're meeting other people or like what Jack was saying? No?
I think I'm-
Nada?
Nah, nothing even comes to mind.
What, Jack? Why are you silent?
I was gonna say I was gonna step outside so he could really go in on her.
Oh, yeah, just
No.
absolutely destroy her.
Just like, all right, now that he's
gone.
Something that Ashley does in public that bothers me. I think the only thing it is similar to what Lauren just did is Ashley sometimes just says things that just should not be said, and they're loud, and she's kind of like she can be very clumsy sometimes, both with her words and her physical actions. So like she'll just say things that at the inopportune time, or she'll just say something she shouldn't have said, but it's more, and it has no malintent, so I can't really know what bothers
Right,
me.
right.
It makes me laugh.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
It's like, I cannot believe you just said that.
Is
And then
there-
she feels bad. But it ends up being fine.
You're such a nice guy. Both you guys are.
Now it's time to talk about our new favorite sponsor and one of the greatest Christmas gifts you can get someone. It's 23andMe. It's named for the 23 chromosomes that make up your DNA.
As your loved ones get together this Thanksgiving, discover more about the genetic connections you share. Did you inherit your dad's eyes from your mom, dad? How much?
Well, it's like, did you get your dad's like Italian
get your-
features or did you get your mom's like light-skinned Dutch features and all that stuff?
Yeah, and how much is in your DNA compared to your brother or sister? Like, that is interesting, How much of your ancestors in you compared to me,
What do you mean?
How much of dad is in me and how much of mom is in you?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I
Wait,
know.
Really?
I know. It's crazy. So the 23andMe Ancestry Service allows you to see how your DNA breaks out across 150 plus regions worldwide, trace parts of your ancestry to a specific group of individuals from 1,000 years ago. And this was a good one. I found out that I'm like 0% Neanderthal, but discover how much Neanderthal DNA you inherited.
So then there's also the Share and Compare tool, which Lauren and I really need to check out because with 23andMe's Share and Compare tool, you can explore genetic similarities and differences between you and your relatives. Share reports with your family and friends, even if they're not customers, which is pretty nice. And it's definitely going to encourage people to become customers because once you get these results from one person, you're like, okay, now I'm too anxious. Now Lauren and I want to do it on our dogs.
And again, like I just mentioned, discover how much Neanderthal DNA you inherited. You can even learn which traits your Neanderthal DNA is associated with, like height and black hair, and see how your Neanderthal composition compares to
Stop.
other 23andMe customers. Yeah.
Back hair. I thought you said black hair for a second. Back hair? That's so nuts.
I think I said black hair, but I meant back hair, which is really gross. So now through Thanksgiving, 23andMe Ancestry Service kits are only $49 per kit. I'm telling you guys,
what?
this
That
is
is the
something
greatest gift.
you have to take advantage of this per kit when you buy 2 or more kits. So you get one for your whole family. That's 50% off the regular kit price of $99 this holiday. Order your 23andMe Ancestry Service kit at 23andme.com/get-it. That's the number 23andme.com/get-it.
Is there anything about the way they eat or the way they order food or like any etiquette surrounding food that you guys don't
I
get?
think here's the big difference between this podcast and the girls' podcast is that it is just evident that small detail things bother women far more than they
way
bother
more
men.
than they bother men. That's what I'm
That's what it's coming
realizing
down
in
to
this
me.
moment.
It's
Because
I
even
think
like
it's-
ordering, I'm like,
How?
nah, it doesn't bother me. It's
But
fine.
how? You guys don't get urged by anything? You're not like super
Of course, we
passionate
get
about
urged by
any-
things, but it's more so like
well, I've already figured out like what the actual difference is, but it's just like so overall everything that
What?
it's just like meh.
yeah.
It's
I
like
guess
they're in the TV world and we're not necessarily like about like living in the TV world. Like you know what I mean?
like
You
what-
mean like social media and just like
no,
reality?
just like worrying about what people think about you. Like we feel confident being with Lauren and Ashley.
Right.
Like so we feel like we're just gonna keep being the guys that we are.
Yeah.
And like they constantly feel like they need to change stuff to keep us interested,
Right.
which literally like no makeup, sweatpants, you good.
Yeah.
Like we're good.
I'll say one thing. I mean, it depends how deep we go. That is and has bothered me about Ashley is the fact that it sounds vain to even describe the story, but whatever. There have been numerous, obviously, fan encounters since we've been on the show, since Ashley and I have come out together.
San Diego.
What the hell happened in San Diego?
Oh, you guys all went to San Diego
we went to the
together. I
bar.
forgot about that.
Well, that was
Can we get a
fun.
picture?
Oh, well, yeah, there were many people
Y'all,
coming up asking
y'all
for pictures.
hashed it out about that though. Like
Yeah.
y'all have different reactions to your fans, and I like your reaction.
Well-
I think there's nothing wrong with your reaction.
What's
Well,
the
my
difference
reaction comes
between-
off a little bit more.
Like, hey, we're not characters here. We're
Like
not.
No,
you-
it's just
like
here's
you're
the-
on vacation, in other words.
No, well, people will say whatever because they feel like they know you inside it out, right? And we were on a reality TV show, so people do know us to a certain extent. But the idea that you can go up and say,
Do they
somebody,
assume too much?
They just assume and they'll say anything.
Yeah.
And there have been times that Ashley, I'll be honest, there have been times when people come up to me, and I knew this was going to happen as soon as Ashley and I came out.
Yeah.
Because for years on TV, it was broadcast as me never having feelings for Ashley and her just crying herself over me. So I knew once we started dating, people would be like, either I knew it or like, he's been leading you on for this so long, blah, blah, blah. But like,
it's hard too, just not to like interrupting your train of thought, but just me knowing you, a lot of people are just in my life are like, are you sure? Like, how can someone change? And I'm like, it's so hard to even describe to people because I'm like, I know Jared, I've seen it. It is real. It is not real. And it is 100% genuine.
Yeah, it is
but
difficult to describe.
I understand how it's hard for you to get that across.
But we've had people come up, like I remember one instance, we were having dinner. We were having dinner with my friend who is in LA randomly. He lives in Rhode Island, and his wife, and we were on a double date. This girl came up, was like, I'm so sorry to interrupt dinner, just wanted to meet you guys, love you guys, blah, 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 blah. But then she proceeded to be like, she's like, Ashley, I've always loved you. You've been great. She's like, Jared, I hated you for a while. Took me a while to come around on you. And I remember thinking to myself, fuck you. Who would ever say that to another human being?
Right. Like you can think it, but why would you say it out loud to another person and make them feel worse?
And that was
themselves?
the worst.
Right.
Exactly. That was the worst.
I agree with
There's
you.
been many accounts that people come up.
But did they say it like, in a sarcastic way? Like she was kidding, like, I didn't stand you for a while. Or was it?
No, I mean, it was like you could tell that she was saying it in a lighthearted way, but she meant it. She was like, as if to like, she just wanted to point out like the idea of like, I hated you because you were turning down Ashley for so long. But like the idea of coming up to a stranger and being like, I hated you for a while, I feel is so rude and uncalled for. But then furthermore, there's been a lot of other times where like, they're very excited to meet Ashley, and they're excited to meet me too, but just Ashley's on a different level, and to the point of like sometimes they don't even look at me throughout a conversation, which is very frustrating. Long story short, I've told Ashley, like, sometimes that hurts me when somebody will come up and say something really rude to me or mean to me, or just be
anyone
like,
using the word hate needs to check themselves.
Yeah, that's really mean.
But that was
all
only
levels.
that was only one
No
encounter.
one knows how strong that word is until they get it in their own face.
Exactly, until somebody says, I hate you.
Just don't say it to someone's face.
But there's been other times where like people just come up and say like, something kind of negative towards me, not in a bad way, but just as if they like are my best friend,
Right, like
but they
they
just
know
don't.
you.
They're like, you're an idiot. You were so stupid for so long. And I was like, and once you hear that for like the 250th
Dude, I would
time,
punch somebody in the fucking face if they said that to me, dude.
I know. Well, it's
I'm
one of
dead
those
serious.
Things,
I wish someone would come up to me and be like, bro, what were you thinking all those years?
And so there's only so much I can say or do, right? Because at times I do come off an asshole because sometimes I will question them. And I'm like, really? Why is that? Why is that? And they don't expect that.
Like,
but I think that's good, Jared, to question them.
But
and
what
make
bugs
people
me
think
to
outside.
full circle with Ashley is that because Ashley, is in the public eye and everything with this podcast, and she's so relatable. I think she's
she
very
won
afraid.
Between you two, she won.
She did win. She won, and so
you gave in, or you,
I didn't give in.
I don't think it's like a win thing.
I don't think it's
right, but it feels like that when fans treat it like that.
But
I understand you're saying that how
the
Jared feel.
He can't feel like Ashley wins. You know what I
No.
mean?
It's not so much. I don't care if Ashley. I want Ashley to win in every aspect of her life. It's more so
Yeah.
I wish she stood up for me more in the public.
Okay.
It's the only thing that I don't get. That is honestly probably the biggest bug is that like if a fan comes up, I just remember when that person came up and said like I hated you for a while.
Right.
Ashley didn't say anything, and it was like you don't have to stick up for me, but man, I just wish that you weren't so nice to him because then it does for me seem like you're choosing the fans over me.
But then is she supposed to be like mean to a stranger?
Of course not, but
because-
just be like that's my fiance and that's uncalled for.
Right. Okay. Well, that sentence I can definitely agree with. But just so you
they're
know,
definitely,
she totally
like,
defends you
engaged.
all day,
Oh,
every
of
day.
course.
here
We're
We're
on
talking
she
about
this
life
podcast.
partners here.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, if anyone, like, I can't handle any negativity being shaded on Lauren in any way.
Totally.
Unless
right?
it's me.
Yeah.
Which then brings me to my next point.
which I wanted to ask: do you guys have any other? Because that was crazy. That was like 40 minutes right there. We just went on. But before we go, I'd like to know if you guys have anything else that's just like I don't get it.
No, they're lovely. They're wonderful.
You guys are
I
so
love Ashley.
easy.
At the end of the day,
What
it
about like
is.
TV shows and stuff? Do they force you guys to watch shows with them? Or is
We
there
like
any
all the same stuff.
Or do you like to watch things without? Is there? Because I've always wondered, being a single person, and I asked them this too. Is like I have so many friends where I'm like, did you watch this episode? And they're like, I can't watch it without my boyfriend, you know, or I can't do it, or they get mad. Is there anything like that you guys
No one's really
come across?
No one's really pressuring Lauren to catch the new Family Guy.
Yeah.
But, so like we were supposed to like every single episode this most recent season of Family Guy, which is like one of my favorite shows. In case you didn't know.
Great show.
Yeah.
Quahog. Rhode Island.
Rick and
Quahog.
Morty's the best though.
Oh, Rick and Morty's so intense you can't relax to it. It's like the most cerebral animated show, and it's definitely like it's a combination of like all the greatest.
It's
cartoons.
the greatest show. You guys, if you're listening, you haven't watched it, you need to. Okay, so then that's it. There's nothing about like eating or cooking or the way.
No, Ashley cooks for me all the time, and like with Jesus, sorry, I went on Twitter for the election, and now fucking voices are going off on my phone. Ashley cooks a lot for me, which is fantastic.
Make
She
sure you
doesn't
guys
have
vote.
to vote. Well, it's too late by this
Yeah.
podcast. By the time this podcast
Hopefully,
came
we'll
out,
figure out what happens.
and she's wonderful in that aspect. And with TV, I don't watch a lot of like TV shows, so
Right.
the only thing that ever bothered me is when she is dying to watch a show, and then I obviously have no
interest in watching.
it. So she'll watch it, and I'll go to the other room. It's fine, but that's literally nothing.
Why are you pointing to yourself, Jack?
Yeah, there's a couple shows I don't like that she likes to watch.
Nah.
I love how you just backtrack from what you said.
Yeah.
Like what?
No, I was being sarcastic when I said we like all the same stuff.
Oh, I did not catch that.
I don't really
sarcasm.
catch this Bachelor show much.
Yeah, well, you're not missing much there. But
What
like,
else was I gonna say?
we'll watch House Hunters together all the time. We'll watch a lot of HGTV. But then, and I'll even watch Say Yes to the Dress. I'll watch everything.
Right.
But like, if she's watching a series, like she's watching the new series You, or she was obsessed with what the hell, Big Show.
This Is Us.
No, what's the Handmaid's Tale?
Handmaid's Tale?
Handmaid's Tale.
Bizarre.
I didn't get into it.
I can't.
There are
watch it either.
shows out there, y'all, that I feel like that the girls watch, like The Handmaid's Tale, American Horror Story, all that stuff. It's all great production, great everything. I can see why everyone likes it.
Technologically
But
speaking, it's well made.
when it's deep in the cut of those episodes, I'm like, why are they putting this out there for America to see? Like, why are we as Americans obsessed with this? Did y'all see the most recent episode of American Horror Story?
No, I haven't. I haven't
Little
watched
cray-cray?
this season. Is it
It's
crazy?
It's like really popular, and it's that.
And is
Just
fucked
know
up?
that the most recent episode.
But is it like-
to see where it's come? It's like, oh, that's Kathy Bates, that's so and so, that's Kai from the last season. He's
But is
different
it
now.
like symbolic of what's going on now? Is that what you're saying? That
It's very symbolic.
well, I think shows should represent like what we're going through
In the
now.
wrong way, though.
But it's good
in
to
the
show.
wrong way.
Let's
It's
show
good to
people.
show how dark
let's
things
show.
can get. I think. Yeah, like
Let's
the Purge
show
movies, right?
Why don't we show people how to summon someone straight from hell?
Jack?
Why don't we show them what to say?
It's going to be really loud for people listening.
I don't care. I gotta smoke a cigarette.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for coming on. I really appreciate you guys coming to Rebuttal and sharing I Don't Get It. In general, you guys are amazing and obviously didn't have that much to say as opposed to how much the girls had to say. But thank you, Jack and Jared.
We love
you
them.
guys.
We
love
love
you
them more
guys.
than anything in this world.
we love you
No,
guys.
we do.
Thanks for having us.
No, thank
Bye,
you for having
guys.
us.
And everyone listening, be sure to subscribe to obviously our podcast and join the Facebook group, I Don't Get It Facebook group. And we have an Instagram, I Don't Get It. And follow me on Instagram, Anaz Perez. And Jared and Jack. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Hey guys, it's Lauren, and if you've listened this far, you get to listen to a new segment called Lauren's Leftovers, which is when we need a little more time to fill or I have a lot to say. So here to join me on Lauren's Leftovers is Lizzie.
Hello, I'm so excited.
Some of you may remember her from the Royals podcast and the Mr. Big podcast, and she has been just a huge hit. And one of my topics for Lauren's Leftovers today is the Victoria's Secret fashion show. And I have Lizzie here with me because she did PR for
Sports Illustrated.
Sports
swimsuit.
Illustrated. So she's met a lot of these models.
I have indeed.
So who is your favorite model that you've worked with?
Gigi Hadid. She's the greatest. She is so sweet. so nice. I've knew her since her rookie season, and she's just the sweetest person. And she's gotten so famous and is still so genuine and so nice. So she's my favorite.
And like her body has certainly changed though.
Yeah.
So did she change her body to be more like modeled mainstream, less like
Yeah, definitely
Sports
changed her
Illustrated, I
body
guess?
to be more like modelly mainstream, but also she was like 17. So a lot of it, like her face was baby fat and then like working out and stuff. And then like now she's just like a model,
right?
I guess.
That's true. Cause I wasn't like a huge fan of her face when she was younger. Cause I don't like the
Puffy,
the puffy
baby facey.
baby face. Some people do. I don't care. But I'm just saying my personal
Aesthetic.
is like Bella with surgery. So, and I was watching the backstage videos and Gigi was like, my favorite workout is like when I know I'm not working out. And I'm like, your voice is hilarious.
It's what makes her so great too. It's because it's like this beautiful girl and this like deep voice, and you're like, yes, I love that.
Whatever you say, I'm buying. And my new rival for Haley and Justin, now everyone, listen, is Barbara Palvin and Cole Sprouse.
Mm-hmm. Which is, she was also a Bieber ex.
Oh my God.
Remember that?
Wow.
That's how
She's
like,
got amazing taste. She's going to steal Jack. She's going to steal him.
PSA, she is not stealing Jack.
Okay,
I can guarantee to everyone listening.
Okay, good. I mean, she's 25. She's got a great body that fits the mold that was Victoria's Secret before they became less prepubescent models for like pink.
I know.
You know?
If you look at like, because I was looking at this thing and it was like the fantasy bras and how they've evolved, and it was like showing all the models, and there was like Tyra with like
massive
curves
boobies,
and like even like Heidi Klum when she was just done being pregnant, and like it was curves.
Yes.
Like
she had little love handles, which everyone can relate to. And that was like the height of Victoria's Secret. I remember being in 8th grade, recording it and going to my friend's house and watching it over and over again, and then buying all of the pink merchandise.
It's so true. Like, it's definitely, they need to evolve and change. And I think they think like adding diversity in terms of race is like good enough, which is great, finally, because that was always a huge issue. But until they start showing people that actually look like normal people to a degree, or what other people find sexy, then it's going to be just like, what's the point?
It's
like,
one of like the few clothing companies, whatever, that don't have big sizes, a plus size model. And especially with like Ashley Graham running around, why can't we just put her in
Put Ashley Graham on that runway. She has got so many, she's got curves, and she looks fucking incredible in underwear
it's
and
like
bathing suits.
Victoria's
Like,
Secret has like a vendetta or something. They're
so-
not budging.
because their casting director is this like old white guy who just thinks the same things. It's like, you need to innovate.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like, you need to innovate. They're like, we just found out about Instagram, so we're going to book everyone famous on Instagram. And it's like, okay, cool.
That's hilarious.
And so, but Barbara is, I love her. She, if you have not seen her in the 2018 Sports Illustrated, 2018, she looks unbelievable.
I mean, her
in that
face
issue.
is so naturally beautiful, and she's walking down there with some thighs.
She's got some thighs, and it's like
thighs. She's got some quote thighs compared to all the other ones. Like, she's
Exactly.
not a big girl, but compared to the other ones,
she's just naturally
sexy
curvy.
to me. Yeah.
And she's shorter, but she's naturally curvy. But her face and like her body and everything are so beautiful. She's just this like Hungarian beauty.
Does she have an accent?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
She has a Hungarian
I like her
accent.
more then. I don't know why.
I know.
But I saw on the red carpet, Cole Sprouse brought her Shake Shack.
That was amazing.
I was like-
I loved that. And he just like walked in.
He was
with
like,
it.
take advice, guys. Bring your girl Shake Shack, because she enjoys some food.
Yes, and you can tell, and he likes it. He grabs that ass and is like, that is mine.
Amazing.
That is she's got a handful of ass, like, which is like none of them have. Like, if you look at the pictures, everyone else is like, what you see first walking down the runway are like their knees, because that's the only thing that moves, versus like you saw her and you saw like curve
I'm excited
moving.
to see the actual show, and I hope everyone out there actually cares about Victoria's Secret fashion, because I'm just living in that 8th grade mindset where like it was everything. I'm interested to see if they show her from behind.
I know.
Because I'm sure she doesn't have perfectly smooth legs. So, and they put her in leggings for one of the outfits. So I want to know if we're going to see some hopeful cellulite. And I'll be like, yes, girl. And then I'll feel better about eating my dessert today.
And the thing about the Victoria's Secret fashion show, it's like, yes, it's all been about bodies and it's like getting that body. But at the same time, I watch it more to see like who is this most beautiful person in the entire world walking down here.
Found.
Like not anybody. I take that back. Because here I am, literally, I just inhaled some Reese's Pieces. Like, can have the body, you can get there to be like that. But like the faces is what's made Victoria's Secret so like iconic. Like yes, Adriana Lima has a banging bob, but like you're there to see her beautiful face. Sure,
Adriana Lima had the face before plastic surgery became so mass. You know, such a mass produced.
And that's what I think the thing is. It's like the girls that become angels have the full package, and I think like let's make the full package a fuller package.
There we go.
You know?
Amen.
I want to see it.
Well, the next topic of discussion on Lauren's leftovers is
also how great of a
thank
segment
you.
name.
Okay, I'm giving that to Lizzie because she came up with it, and I think it's fucking genius.
Because there's nothing Lauren loves more than leftovers.
She literally, Lizzie comes and she goes, "What do you want for dinner?" I go, "I just ate some leftover spaghetti, so I'm good." I want to talk about Lauren and Ari's baby announcement because I was never. Obviously, no one was a huge fan of Lauren and Ari because she didn't say anything the whole season, and he, fucked back over.
I can't bring her down because that's
I know.
that's my whole lifestyle. Is like I'm not going to bash her, but I want to.
I don't want to bash her, and she's probably the nicest. And I do know that Ashley met her last week or a couple days ago or something, and. If she didn't like her, she would have come right in and told me. So she probably really liked her. I don't know why she's so unlikable to the audience. Maybe because she doesn't say anything. Maybe because she's like a Stepford wife. Maybe because she got pregnant really easily and has this beautiful home with Ari. And it's just everything's going so smoothly, but we wanted some bumps in the ride since the Becca drama.
But also she didn't have a personality anybody could fall in love with or bond with us watching. So you're just confused why he fell in love and would blow up everything with Becca to be with this girl that makes it feel like that it's just some girl that he wants to then make babies with for the rest of her life. She's got
great hair. That bitch has good hair.
Yes.
So I don't want to fault her and say anything negative about her, but it is weird that this baby, which is 3 months old, still inside her belly,
11 weeks old,
and she
They made an
Instagram for her already. Or him or her.
I got a big issue with people who make Instagrams for things we know are not actually Instagramming.
Right.
If you want to make your own
Instagram. But what about dogs, dude? You love dog accounts. You got caught.
But I do not enjoy when they're like, here I am. Here. It's like, where you're trying to make me think that you're really doing this. When it's funny dog ones where it's so ridiculous that I'm like, that is hilarious. Like, Doug the Pug, you can stay anytime because you are so outrageous. Or it's like ironic. It's like, that dog is not cooking hot dogs. Like,
that's hilarious. But from the womb, you're not like, let me just
hi
edit
there,
this
from 11 weeks, like, you're not doing photo approvals in vitro.
That's
like, you're
true.
not, like, stop trying to pose. And it's a little...
I like what Jared always says is you got to get him set up for success early, because when Emmy is going to be in like 3rd grade and already have like however many thousand
Instagram
followers, and then she can start making money in 3rd grade.
Gotta make that cash.
But I don't know if starting this early is going to make people follow. If you start when he comes out, I'm assuming it's a girl because I'm psychic because I keep saying she. But when the baby comes out of Lauren, I do think that is an appropriate time to start Instagram.
It just feels a little gross to me that you just announced and now you're going to try to capitalize on your baby. It's like let it be born.
And you also can't have any photos. Like that's the only photo you got right now.
And then it's going to be like her belly growing and it's going to be like, look just like she ate a big burrito and call it a day.
It's just going to be Lauren's Instagram.
Speaking of pregnant, I'm going to be like 6. I'm going to look like Jessica Simpson.
Dude,
13 months pregnant, 8 Jessica Simpson.
No, you're not.
Months pregnant.
I know.
I'm going to be so puffy.
No, you're not. Ashley's going
to be the puffiest.
You'll be fine.
Ashley's feet.
You don't even puff that much except for when you like wear cheap eye makeup.
which is a lot. Ashley's feet are going to be so swollen.
So swollen. She's going to have to cut them off.
We might actually have to. She's going to be Lieutenant Dan.
I was thinking about this. We just got a puppy, and I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted that I have a puppy and Gergie, and then, taking care of Ashley and Jared's a full-time job. I'm so tired. But then again, I'm like, I want a baby right now. And I always say, if I got pregnant right now, I'd be so happy. But then again, now that I'm this tired, imagine how tired I'm going to be with a little baby.
I think about that all the time, about I want that, but I also don't want to change my life and time and schedule.
I know. It's I really want to be. What do you want to do? I really just want to be a mom. That's what I say. I really just want to be a mom. But
then I also want to get up when I want and go work out, and then kind of have a job. I want to be consulting and also working, but also be there. So it's very complicated.
It is very complicated, and I just imagine not to throw anyone under the bus, but I know someone who got pregnant and then had to give their dog away, and because she couldn't do it, and I was like, oh god, that's bad.
No,
but now I'm just I wouldn't give Gergie away. No. But
no, Gergie comes first.
But Lois. I think Ashley's going to take Lois. Oh, the reason that Naz and Ashley aren't here is because Naz is in Orlando and Ashley went home to Boston with Jared, and it's just me and Lizzie, just rocking this thing out.
Just chilling,
I totally know why Babes and Babies is so successful, because talking about babies and losing weight and all the stuff around it is the most interesting thing that happens to a woman in her entire life.
The concept,
and we could talk about it for hours, and it's still mind-boggling.
The fact that something grows inside of you and your body changes so dramatically,
and not that long of a time.
Not that long. I used to think 9 months was a long time, and now I know someone who's pregnant. I'm
it's almost
you're almost there.
Yeah, and that one time in your life is you're. It's almost over if you're only having one kid, and that was your 9 months. It went by so fast, and now here you go. The exhaustion hits.
Also, isn't it crazy? I'm sure other listeners out there, female listeners, understand when I say I have been consciously thinking about being on a diet and what I eat for the past almost
15 years.
15 years at least. Which is very normal and something that society puts on all of us to think about. So don't be a hater. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going to boggle my mind that for 9 months, I literally also won't be just ridden with guilt after eating something shitty and be I feel gross. It's well, there's a baby in there.
But then also you got to give your baby nutrients and all that stuff.
Yeah, eating for two. And then all of a sudden you're pop out a baby and it's not 65 pounds, it's 7. And then you have to figure out how you lose the other 53 pounds.
I just feel I'm always tired. So everyone's what you got to do to not be tired is to work out. But I'm too tired to work out. So then what do? You got to eat healthy. But guess what? Making a salad is a little time consuming and a little makes me tired. So it's just a vicious cycle, and it's expensive, and it's just a vicious cycle of how to not be exhausted.
It is a vicious cycle, because also you have to get out and work out, and it does feel good, but then later you're tired from working out, but it does help overall.
You got to fit it in. You got to wake up at 6 a.m. if you want to work at 9.
I was supposed to go work out today, and I did, and I slept. But,
you feel good, don't you?
I have riddled with guilt, but I got an hour extra of sleep. You just got to do it, and it's terrible.
It's terrible.
I one time took Lauren to a bar class, and it was the funniest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Bar class is confusing. If any of you guys have taken bar out there, it's squeeze it. I'm what the fuck am I squeezing?
They're tuck, and she's I'm tucking.
I'm I gotta take a class on how to tuck before I can take bar. Everyone's just gyrating all over the room. I don't know what is happening.
It was so funny, and she's my ass is fucking.
It was weird. It was a weird bunch of people in there. Another topic that we haven't brought up on the main podcast, but we will on Lauren's Leftovers, is Sean and Caitlin's demise.
I'm so sad.
Which has been talked about all over the world, I think, but I want to talk about it here because it's something that I don't think I ever expected. I thought they literally found their soulmate, and I don't think they can find someone that's better suited for each other.
I think my gut says they're going to get back together.
That's what I hope.
I think they're doing this apart because they're doing their own thing. And then I think they're going to get back together because I honestly don't think that they can not.
I know.
She got a rose tattoo.
Oh, she did? I didn't know that. Well.
And also, I thought it was weird, though, how she, did a podcast before and was like, "Oh,
Everything's fine. And
everything's
then
fine," and then it wasn't. It was like sad. It
They
was very
probably were
sad.
planning on working things out. We're just talking about this from a very outside perspective. I have no
I
inside
have no
information.
intel.
I don't know anything. I'm just going off what you guys see. What I think is she thought that they were going to get through this rough patch, and then it was clear by however many weeks later that they couldn't do it. And I picture him moving on quick, which is so shitty. But I imagine him being able to find some like normal fitness girl to like be happy with, but she's going to take a while.
I do. I agree. I really think so, which is so sad.
It's so sad. And I don't know if this is politically incorrect, but I'm really glad that she froze her eggs. Because now
yes.
she's starting over.
I want to do that soon.
Yeah, I'm definitely down to do that. I mean, I just don't know how many times my mom's going to tell me that my eggs are dying. But then also not get pregnant at the same time. Very confusing.
I mean, that's a whole... Liz's feminist rants are like a different podcast that none of you have to sign up
New
for.
segment, Liz's feminist rants.
At the end and just be like, I would like to say, but it is such a fucked up thing that everyone puts on us as women, like this emphasis on youth and whatever is only because our bodies literally become geriatric pregnancies after having, if you have a baby after you're 35, which is absurd, which is crazy. Like, so you're putting all this emphasis to have children and like basically put whatever your life was on hold until you're 35 because that's when your body says no. It's like, no, let's use modern technology then, and I'm gonna fucking freeze my eggs.
Isn't it like $20,000 to freeze your eggs though? They have to lower that.
That's what's crazy. And then it's like the high cost just to be fertile.
And just to like work a little bit longer and feel a little more comfortable until you can. It's basically just another cycle of needing money to prolong to make more money to be in a better place to provide for your child.
And it's all absurd how that costs $10,000, but Viagra for men still is like $3 the generic version, which honestly... If men had to pay for birth control, they'd be getting it out of ATMs. Like, they would literally be able to get it. So it's like crazy town. But some companies, like my company does pay, they'll pay for up to like $10,000 or something worth of freezing your eggs.
Wait, your company will do that? Mm-hmm. I'm so jealous.
I know, so I want to go do it.
Oh my God.
Let's do it for my 30th next year.
Okay. That's so fun. This is coming from Liz, the girl that's been wearing God is a Woman sweatshirt all weekend. I fucking love it.
Yeah, Liz's feminist rants can be a different subsection, you know. At me if you really are into it.
At Liz Sharkey.
Land Sharkey on Twitter.
Liz Sharkey
on Instagram.
So I hope you guys like this segment of Lauren's Leftovers. If you want more, please DM me or just show some love and I'll continue to do it. I think it's fun because sometimes I don't get all of my thoughts out with Ashley and Nat going, oh my God!
Yes.
So,
yours are very good. I've always enjoyed your antics and anecdotes.
And I can just sit there and do another stream of consciousness if you guys like, but let me know. So subscribe and rate. It's really great for us. And back up the Brinks truck, baby, because I need to freeze my eggs.
Amen. Also, we're introducing new segments. Lauren's Leftovers, Lizzie's Feminist Rants, and Gergie's Corner.
Gergie's Corner. Stay tuned. Bye, everyone.
Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Babes and Babies, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.